Uh, I think some of you have seen the Bengali version of this book. A few years ago, it was there was a book signing ceremony was in Thunder Club in New York, and many of us were present there. And I was present. I was very impressed with that book. And it was in Bengali, obviously, and we all understand Bengali, but not the new generations. And I thought, well, this is a so well-written document about the liberation war in Bangladesh. People need to know, not only us, but our next generations need to understand what happened. And I said, well, this got to be written in English so that people can read, now children can read, and the future generation can read, and other non-Bengali speaking people can also read and found out exactly what happened. And obviously, Dr. Nobia is busy. He works the lab, scientist. So I saw his son, Mushfiq. At that time, he was my student at the Rutgers University. And he took my finance class. I teach finance at the university. And as you understand, finance is a lot of homeworks, a number of branches. I used to assign homework every week. I was pretty famous of that. And he did turn it all over. And I said, Mushfiq, I have another assignment for you. One more homework. That you need to do the translation of the book. So he said, God, this is a lot of work. Can I do it? I said, yeah, take a shot and see, take your time and do it. This is not only for you, it's not for your father, it's for the next generation to understand what really happened in Bangladesh. To give a shot. And obviously he took it very seriously. And he finishes his assignment. And I read it. It is so well written. And obviously he is no longer my student. And reading this paper doesn't make any sense to me. But if I'm forced to read it, it will be A. Excellent work. Really good work and excellent work. What is the difference between this book and other books that I have read, that I've seen about Bangladesh Liberation War? History books. Obviously, this is history. And usually what happens, historians write history. And historians not necessarily saw those in person. You know, they documented, they research, see papers, documented papers, newspaper articles, talk to people, and write their own way of historical developments. The difference is the writer of this book, he was himself a freedom fighter. Literally, he was a freedom fighter. He was, shooting guns, killing people, I guess, I hope. So what he wrote, just from his own experience, what he did. That was the beauty. This is all first-hand knowledge. No second-hand, no third-hand, all first-hand knowledge. And one thing, obviously, I'm sure that most Bengali people will agree with me, that even though in 1971, March 25th, so we saw that crackdown, that was not the beginning of the Liberation War. Liberation started long ago. Basically, practically, from 1947. We know the history. I don't have to go back to review all this history. 1960s was a kind of climax in the Dhaka University. People, those who were at that time in Bangladesh, at least Pakistan at the time, they know. I was fortunate at the time, a student at Dhaka University during the 60s. So I've seen it all. And many of these people that he wrote, I know them by name. And many of these people that we had a good friendship, went to stayed in the same hall, dorms, good times, bad times, So a lot of memory. So when I read these books, I said, gosh, I went back 56 years ago to the University Library. This is, if you have seen it, is it 2-in-1, 2 books in 1 book. Part 1 talks about the background, how the whole thing started. And you need to go back to the Dhaka universities those days. Those days of NSF, killing the campus, and all the atrocities in the campus. People need to understand those things. And Nobby was a student at the time, I was a student at the time, and he has seen all these things, and he wrote it, in his own words, with the help of Mr. Mushfiq. And really well-written book. And, I don't know read the whole thing. At least a couple of paragraphs I'll read to you, because I thought that touched my heart. Because this talks about not only background, how it started, also specific operations, the diversion operations that he was involved himself, landed and implemented those operations. I mean, if you read it, boy, I bet you have goosebumps. Really, really interesting stories. I hope you can read it. And I'm reading on just only one operation, not the whole thing, just a few paragraphs to give a sense what the operation was. And for the rest of us, you have to read it yourself. This operation, we call it Operation Thunder. This happened in campus of Dhaka University. It was planned earlier that Dr. Sajid Chaudhary, is one of his close friends, his MD, to go to India after we arranged a safe hideout for Kagar's family in Kagar city. And he was, as you know, the close associate of Kagar city. But our plan took a sudden twist. I told Sajid that since we were in Dhaka, we should try to execute a guerrilla operation on campus. Sajid inquired about my plan. I told him that it was a simple act. In an attempt to create a sense of normalcy during the wartime, the military turned off the British Pakistan. The first Dhaka universities closed down. And they had a strong armed presence on campus. And they made everything looks like normal. Whole campus was normal. Just to give a false understanding to people, everything normal. I explained to Dr. Chaudhary that I knew Dhaka University's science complex curtain hall very well. And we can lay out a plan really nice. By simply distributing pro-liberation flyers through the campus, we could bring a spirit of liberation war back to the campus and incite panic among the anti-liberation forces on the campus. I went to New Market, bought some stationery to get started on some posters and flyers. The only question was how to get them printed. So I had an idea. When he was a student at Monash Medical College, he had a friend, an engineer named Salam. Salam had working as a contractor to install elevator at the Monash Medical College, but not was involved. I don't read the whole thing. Just the summary that Salam was working with the army on campus in the university area. So he could hide, getting into all those important places that we go in. And then it goes on and on. The whole operation was extremely important, and as I told you, that when I was reading it, I had goosebumps. And I'm sure that you will have the same thing. Read it, page 432 until page 44 or something. The entire operation called Operation Thunder. Excellent, excellent description. So it is not only the historical development, individual experience, a specific operation that Dr. Nobby was involved, and we are proud of it. Thank you very much.